Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the #9 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Price. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here comes the option. Quick toss. Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Got enough for the first. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
At the 45 on his way. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Gets it to him on the screen. There he goes. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. It'll be a draw. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the physical challenge of the Irish because they're ready to rumble?
Got it in the middle. It's locked. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Notre Dame right back to the line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Release to the back. Got it on the outside. It's locked. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration and they get the tackle for loss.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You've got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
That great first drive by this offense capped off 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion but was denied. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Coming out aggressively. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, the ground game. Turning it on! That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this 3rd down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Horton. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Flips it out on the screen. Still running at the 40. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Pulls it in. It's Bernard. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. With the catch, it's Miller. Oh, he's got some space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. It's complete to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Simpson. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Wants to keep it in the air. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He slides that just inside the right upright. The lead is down to a field goal.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's Pauling. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Gonna run it. It's locked. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Keep them pinned in their own end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. That last one leaves him 8 yards away from pay dirt. It's second and goal. Might be changing the route. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown tie!
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line, getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a one-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Fielded in the end zone, it's Price. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Pocket breaking down. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Hand off from the shotgun. Hard running there. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. Grab near the sticks. It's Love. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Here comes the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Irish send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He gets a block. He's loose. Open field. Time has run out of the half, and he can sprint to the locker room where the orange slices will be a little bit sweeter. A punt return for a touchdown to end the half. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on third down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. To the air, it's Simpson. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll try the run. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
They'll leave it with him. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, looking to pass. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second half.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Well, a big key for this defense coming into this game was, could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass? We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. Able to get him to the ground. They just wanted him to get the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Would have just been a 47-yard field goal attempt from here, but they are thinking touchdowns and trying to move the chains here on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Picks up the first down, still moving. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Love. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass, it's Carr. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Man, that's exactly how you draw it up. You want to drop back. You want to play coverage. You want to make sure you don't give up a big play. You got to lead in the fourth quarter, but it also involves you tackling well and a nice...
Breaks into the open. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. He's got him in the flat. Touchdown, Notre Dame! A great catch and run for 6.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
They took it 71 yards down the field, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
First and 10 will take over. First and 10.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll keep it himself. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Still on his feet at the 45. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And that's what makes this offense so dynamic. It's his running ability, and I love them going option here. He's hoping the defense is going to give him a look that forces him to keep the football. And how about his ability in the open field, generating a massive explosive play on that option run?
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking for room at the 30. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Makes the catch. It's Moss. Still on his feet at the 40. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. From the shotgun, the inside give. Makes it past the marker. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know, they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Reed. He's got it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Throws into double coverage and it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Give to the running back. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Miller. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw at Simpson. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He's got it. Slips through the line. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed behind the line, it's Moss. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. To the air, it's Reed. Got the quick pass. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. And the Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Bringing the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations because guess what? I don't have to fire off and play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. You ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Blocked those heels at the 10 and didn't go backwards. He makes the fair catch there. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. He goes out of bounds across the 15 at the 16. That's a solid pickup on that one.
But one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Just going to keep it after the snap. Creates a little space. There he goes! And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Well, nothing complex about that play. They dialed up the old dive play, and it gashes the defense.
Just find a crease there and let this guy do his work, and he did.
I love the job up front, too, by the offensive line. Hat on a hat, you got guys chipping up into the second level, opening up a big hole for the back.
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Now, 4th down.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. And it's no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own. And Unfortunately, ended up losing yards.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Still on his feet at the 35. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. To throw, it's Reed. Spits it out to the back. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I was starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in bounds.
He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the 1st half.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Makes the grab. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. The Aggies are in the hurry-up. Now from inside the red zone. Using the quick game. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Oh, man, that's a touchdown. He's in the end zone. He has got to be able to make that catch.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. He wants it all. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And that's another play for this offense that you're just left wanting more. Both these offenses, man, nobody's scoring any points. Palmer trying to execute a 2-minute drill, throwing the ball to the other team. That's not part of the 2-minute drill.
And I think we got to give the defenses credit because they have been dominant and physical, and they're creating takeaways. I know the offense has been sloppy, but on the other side of the ball, man, we are seeing 2 really good defenses go at it today.
Leaves it with the running back. Pushed through behind his pad. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. There's certainly room for improvement after that scoreless 1st half stalemate.
Yeah, we've set offense back 30 years in that 1st half, but we've got a whole new half to play here. So why not come out on this 1st drive, make a statement, and finally get us back into the age of contemporary college football?
You sound very discouraged as I sound encouraged. That's great defense. Phenomenal defense in the 1st half. Who doesn't love a 0-0 halftime game?
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The short hands, it's Horton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Back to pass, it's Simpson. Finds the tight end. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, 1st down.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. On the run, it's Young. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Rides to back and leaves it. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They punt it away on 4th down. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. On the ground, it's Moss. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
So now it's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Reed. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Defense, defense, defense. No one is giving an inch, and the stats bear that out after 3. It's easy to think back to 2014, Wake Forest, Virginia Tech, the last time we had a game go into overtime as a scoreless tie. Let's see if that's the way this one goes as we start the 4th. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Going to try to get it himself. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
How about that critical moment in the 4th quarter? He hasn't really had a lot of success on the ground, but you put the ball in his hands. It's a pass play. You want to throw it, but he makes a very good decision. He tucks it. He gets the 1st down. That's a big-time play in the 4th quarter by this quarterback.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, The offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Looking to fire. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the fourth quarter. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Big guy tries to barrel in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Number 17.
Who knows? That might be all it takes. This has been a defensive battle. Both offenses struggling mightily to execute anything, but they were able to put a nice little drive together. Their yards have been very difficult to come by. They found a way to get it done, and finally here in the 4th quarter, they're able to put some points on the board.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
First and 10 will take over. 1st and 10.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. This A&M defense is showing up with an attitude and ready to saw everybody's horns off.
And I think it starts with those big bullies up front. And Texas high school football, you can find those guys, and they come to A&M, and you've seen them year after year after year. Big physical guys. Doesn't matter who's coaching the defense. They find those body types up front.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Cuevas. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The inside handoff. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
I just don't like the play call, guys. 2 straight runs, and you're just wasting clock. At this juncture of the game, you need to score, and you got to score quickly. Running the ball is not going to get it done.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. To the air, it's Simpson. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that is a back-breaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
And telling the coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. He's looking to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Moss. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. A bit of a roll of the dice, betting that they could finish the game, and they almost certainly did with that completion.
And I love when coaches have confidence in their quarterbacks in big situations like that. With the game on the line, go out and execute, ice this game.
Quarterback takes a knee. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The offense changing the play. The pitch to the left. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on the toss play, Reese.
And if you start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah, and that might open an opportunity for a play action. Maybe fake the toss and see if you can get a tight end or a slot receiver down the middle of the field.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop.
There he goes. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Running back searching for a hole. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Makes the grab. It's Young. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Makes the grab on 3rd. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. We've got pass interference, but this time it's on the offense. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll run it from the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Intercepted defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Alabama! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
Alabama, 14. Georgia, 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
First and 10.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's dealt. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
Looking to scramble. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Catch in the middle, it's Bell. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Finds space on the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Georgia going up tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Looking for room. It's Frazier. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Now he's going to break the pocket. Complete to the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
All right, defense, you've got to get this guy in the ground. You're doing a good job winning one-on-ones, and we're going to see them blitz, and they're going to be able to mix and match some of these pressures, but you got to finish the play. It's not going to be enough to get him off his launch point. This quarterback can hurt you on the move.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
on 4th down, going to the air. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And when you run the counter play, you're really hoping to bust that thing inside. You want to fake one direction, pull a guy, kick him out. But you can tell, great job by the defense making that thing go a little bit outside. Now, guess what? All the Cowboys coming. Everybody can run to the football. Everybody gets in the play. Nice job by the defense.
Caught behind the line. It's Bernard. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They kick it away on 4th down. He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Gets it out fast. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Miller with the ball. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Quick completion to the right. At the 35, he's open. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Offensively, you want to run that counter, right, to try to take advantage of hyperactive defenses, but just poor execution. Not a good job of understanding where I need to go when I bounce that thing backside and it bounced outside. You want to take that thing inside. So the offense needs to operate a little bit better and maybe not run as much counter because the defense got in there pretty quick.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Quarterback making adjustments. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Set to kick off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to go up top. This time on target. At the 45 on his way. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets them up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Looking downfield very late in the half. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's dealt. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Gonna swing it on second down. This one's complete. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Wants to throw again. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. Fourth down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does, winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
The Dogs are on the move. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Floating away. Unleashes one. Got his man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Snagged in the middle. It's dealt. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs. A methodical drive that they finish off by by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Starts a drive trying to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Horton. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncovered.
And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And that's a really good play. That's a ball. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
And as he throws, can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. To the air, it's Stockton. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
To the air on 2nd down. Skips away from pressure. Connection to the right. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Quick completion on the out route. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some...
Touchdown, Dogs! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. He's got him.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to him, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. He might want another play. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. It's Frazier. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Looking downfield on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Finds his tight end. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Lost to throw again. Just a short pass to the tight end. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
To the air, it's Stockton. Fires to the big fella. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And the Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And the Bulldogs really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He'll throw it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Delp. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
He's got it on the move. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, that's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. That's caught. It's Hill. Still on his feet at the 45. It's a running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of him here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And here's the deal. 4th quarter, I'm trailing. 4th and goal, which makes a difference to me because I drove the ball down the field. I've had some success. Do I want to stay aggressive here? This offense is down, but has a chance to really put some points on the board and make a little bit of a splash.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. No good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. This quarterback happy enough to take a knee and head to the locker room, but the defense still does have a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Set. Set. Hut. White 53. White 53. Hut. Get ready. Set. Set. Hut. Black 88. Black. Black 18! Set! Come on now, come on! Blue 85, set! Red 29, set! Let's go! Set! All right! Red 54! Hut! Get set! Hut! Here we go. Ready? Hut. Black 14. Hut. Set. Ready? Set. Hut.
They ain't ready for us.
Ready? Hut. Set. Set. White 53.